Hello guys, and welcome to another ghostly CT vlog from yours truly. In today's episode, I happen to be in Naugatuck, kinda near the Middlebury town line area-ish off of Route 63. And because we're in Naugatuck, no adventure would be complete without hitting up the almighty, infamous Gunntown Cemetery, which I'm currently 5 minutes away from. So why not check it out together on this cold, nasty, wet, foggy day, which are usually the conditions I like for capturing a spirit or two. Let's see what we can find. So, as you'll soon see, Gunntown Cemetery is a rather old one. I don't know the history too much behind it, but it happens to be one of Connecticut's most famous haunted cemeteries. And I've never gone in here before, but I've driven to here once or twice. They say that if you listen real carefully, you can hear circus music and the sounds of children laughing about. So I don't know how we can get in here. There is a driveway, but the driveway leads to somebody's house, I think. See, it's marked 216, but that's the actual cemetery right there. And I don't know if you can really drive in there, but I'm gonna try to find a spot to park if I can, while we still have some big mountainous snowbanks and whatnot. But there's the entrance, circa 1790. And yeah, maybe I can pull off right by those front gates or something. I don't know how far out this goes. No, see, the cemetery is already over at that point. So let me turn around and let's try to do this properly, and we'll see if we can hear something. Okay, so I made use of very temporary parking spot because I want to be in and out. So I don't even know if you can legally really park there, and I'm kind of jutting out a bit, but that's okay because there's a snowbank there and stuff. No one's gonna hit me. As you can see from here, it is a rather small cemetery, and I came somewhat prepared. I have my ghost meter, which you can purchase at Amazon.com. I forget exactly how much, but it's relatively cheap and whatnot. Alright, so this is your main gate, and this is your cemetery, dating back to 1790, and as you can tell by the footprints here, people have been coming in here. And we've got a little bit of activity. You can see there's some activity going on. But we come in peace. We're just curious, fascinated by the old stones and whatnot. There are some new ones. I don't know if they're rebuilds or whatever. As you know, I have filmed myself going to a few old historic cemeteries in Connecticut and out in New York. Some of my favorites include the one in Winchester and the Forest Park Cemetery. I don't know. I have scatterbrains today. It happens when it's this misty out and whatnot, and the weather is this terrible. The one in Buffalo, New York, that's an awesome one, humongous. But let's see. We're talking 1916, 1830s, whatnot. But let's be quiet for a few minutes. Of course, we're gonna have some cars run by. Oh, just had a little spikeage there. Very, very small. Unfortunately, there's way too much traffic going on. So, even if you could hear the sounds of any pitter-patter, I would say it's probably going to be close to impossible, no matter what. Beautiful police care. Obviously they still have family or some soldier. Still something to, I don't know if it's just the way I'm holding it or I'll take the ghost meter with a grain of salt. Yeah, this is where it tops off. I mean, you can see there's the boundary right there. I would estimate there can't be more than 150 to 200 people buried here tops. Up in the hillside of the Gunntown area of Naugatuck. Be very curious to find out if I actually picked up anything. Something I can't hear that only this device can. Is that spray paint? That's awful. You can see these are probably the older stones here. Look out in distance. David Peck, it says, died April 1841. June 26, 1939. On Christmas Day, 1904. A lot of history here. A lot of folks who lived well up into their 80s and 90s, it looks like. Here's something significant. This must be a child. They're 10 months and 5 days old. He's been left. Toy cars and whatnot. Well, if you're just as curious as I am to know more about the history of the Gunntown area and Gunntown Cemetery, well, do some research. You can start with the internet. I'm sure that's loaded with lots of factual stuff. But come down, hit up the local historical society and whatnot. Try to dig up some old pictures. Obviously, this sign is not original to when this cemetery was founded. But it's a nice touch, and at least they let you know that it's still somewhat maintained, even though there's several toppled and broken up stones and whatnot. You don't get a lot of this historical stuff in Connecticut, but it's really neat to see when you do stumble upon it. That's gonna do it. And oh my, that just went off just now, as if someone was saying goodbye to me. Well, if someone did see me just now, I hope you have a wonderful day, and subscribe to the CT Vlog channel on YouTube. That's on a thing called the internet. Until next time, folks.